Welcome back to Screen and Ink. This is our instant reaction to Spider-Man Brand New Day. David, how are we feeling? That was
So
phenomenal.
good. So good. It 100% lived up to the hype.
It did. Let's say this real quick. I've never seen a movie theater look like the whole theater, not just what we sat in, but the whole entire
Yes.
theater, the whole parking lot.
Everybody was in Spider-Man mode.
Everybody was in Spider-Man mode.
Yes.
And this is a day after it comes out. Like the hype was real,
It was.
and it lived up
You
to
could
it.
feel it too. Just walking into the theater, as soon as we pulled in the parking lot, I mean, it was completely packed.
Completely packed.
I mean, even when we went and watched The Odyssey,
Mhm.
it wasn't like that.
No.
Our theater was of course jam-packed, but there was multiple, actual rooms playing
Mhm.
Spider-Man, and you could
Right.
tell everybody was there for the same reason.
And like I immediately compared it to Endgame, like
It had that vibe,
vibe
of
of
this
it.
ultimate like Marvel,
experience that was
100%.
about to happen. But
Yeah.
what did you think, man?
I think it was so good. In my humble opinion, it
Mhm.
was the best out of Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies so
Mhm.
far.
Yeah, I
Um,
have to agree. I think it's the best
It
one.
felt like, this past Spider-Man movie, it also felt like more than a Spider-Man movie. It almost had that Avengers type
Yeah.
feeling, and so did this Spider-Man. Just that level of who all is in the movie,
Yeah.
what they're doing.
I love the addition
Um,
of Punisher.
Oh, I
John
do too.
Bernthal kills it as
So
Punisher,
good,
and
man.
finally he's getting some shine.
Yeah.
Like they brung him back in Daredevil, and then at the end of season 1, he escapes. At the end of it, I think in the post-credit scene, he escapes, and then he got that little special release
Yep.
about
So good.
him kind of finding his way back to being Punisher, and now he's back in New York trying to do some good,
Yeah.
but at whatever it takes, kind of.
Still the
You know,
Punisher.
still
He's
in
still
the
the
Punisher
Punisher.
way.
Yeah.
But him and Tom Holland's chemistry in this was amazing.
It's so good. And I'm so glad for John Bernthal and his character as the Punisher.
Yeah.
Because he so deserves his flowers.
Yeah, dude.
He is so badass,
Mhm.
first of all, but he also brings so much emotional depth to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's every scene he's in, he absolutely nails. My favorite scene from him.
Yeah.
Major spoiler warnings, of course,
Yeah,
for
spoiler
everything
warning.
going forward,
Yeah.
know. But when they're fighting the Hulk,
Yeah.
and he like webs Punisher, and he's pulling him, and they have that slow motion
And he's
shot of
jumping
him.
over him.
Yes,
Dude,
and
that
he's
was so
shooting
sick.
him while being web pulled by
Yeah.
Peter.
Yeah.
So sick, so sick. Sadie Sink as
Oh
Jean
my.
Grey. What a wonderful addition.
Finally confirmed.
Yes.
Finally confirmed. We really felt strongly that was going to happen.
Yeah.
That was the best interpretation of Jean
I
think
agree.
we've seen, and
A young Jean
outside
Grey
of the
really works
animation.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she killed it,
She really did.
and I'm so excited for her in X-Men.
Oh,
Finally,
me
the
too.
rest of the cast got announced today. Some of whom are rumored, some are actually confirmed. So we'll see how that comes out, but I can't wait.
So good.
They set up the X-Men and mutants
Yeah.
perfectly in this for their next phase, especially after Doomsday. This is what's going to happen.
Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk.
Great to
Once
see him
again,
again.
he did so good.
I
It was
wanted
so
more
good.
Hulk.
I wanted more
thought we were
Hulk,
gonna get
too.
more. I thought
Yeah.
once he came into the fold and then he fought, he was going to be back,
Mm-hmm.
But he just faded away again.
Yep.
And then
Just- But I feel like that might set us up for potentially some Hulk movie, because I think it said that he was in prison. No, he had been jailed. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So-
think it did say that.
Yeah, he had been arrested. So
Also, I think with when he shot Sadie Sink with that dart, it
yeah.
immediately made me think of the
The mutant
The mutant,
drug
like-
that took away their
Yes,
abilities.
That's
Yes.
exactly what it made me think of.
I thought that's what it was at first, and I was
Yeah,
like,
"Oh my
"Holy
God."
moly!"
But also, it started talking about Roosevelt Island.
Mm-hmm.
Now we see in the other X-Men movies they're on like Alcatraz. That's where
Yeah.
like the prison is or whatever. So
Where like that like Stryker is
yeah.
running and stuff.
So I think that might be our world and our universe's interpretation of that.
Yeah. Do you
That's
think we're gonna
probably-
get Stryker at some point?
I think if we're getting X-Men, you got to get Stryker.
Yeah.
And I think he'll probably come into the fold at some point, maybe working with Damage Control,
Mm-hmm.
with the same organization that has corrupted Peter and corrupted everything.
Yeah.
So probably.
One thing I loved about this movie is that there was so many nods to every other Spider-Man, just
Yes,
Spider-Man from
dude.
all over the place. We got, comic book references,
Yeah.
we got video game references, and then of
Mhm.
course references to Andrew Garfield and Tobey
And
Maguire's
Tobey.
Spider-Man.
Yes, man. I thought what was so funny when he fell exactly kind of like how
Toby.
Toby did during his
Yeah.
web block.
Yeah.
And when he was like swinging through after he saw MJ kiss, dude, like it reminded me of Toby seeing
Yeah.
MJ getting married to the astronaut, and he's swinging through, and then he has his web block.
Yep.
Now it doesn't it cuts away, but he like, swings up, and then he just stops, and then he falls.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say if he doesn't elaborate if he did his web
Yeah,
again.
right?
It just saw him fall, and it made me think, did he just fall
Yeah.
from that far up
Yeah,
to feel
a
some
whole
pain?
building up. Yeah.
It's what it made me think of, to feel some
Because
kind of pain.
yeah, right after that, it just immediately cuts to him in his apartment, and then him
And then
passing out.
Then he goes through all of the
Yeah.
the arachnid stuff
Which
taking over him.
I loved. That was such
That
a
was
good
such
arc.
yeah, it wasn't just like, oh, I have a web block,
Yeah.
I have something going on.
It was like this internal, it was like a real,
Mhm.
internal conflict that he was having that was not just, keeping him from using his powers, but was actually transforming him emotionally and physically.
Right.
So he went through this, and it showed this clip of this spider going through a metamorphosis.
Mm-hmm.
And that was huge foreshadowing for him at the end of the movie when when Jean Grey was like, "Are you Peter?"
Yeah.
Or you
or
Spider-Man? And he says, "I'm both." And you see his eyes, go from all black to they dial back in, and he's
Yeah.
back. And then you see he's using his web abilities on a level that we never see before.
Yeah, it was insane.
And he was jumping higher. He was moving faster. You see, his
He's
reaction
fighting 20
speed.
guys at
Yes.
the same time, 20
And
ninjas.
he was dodging things. It was like everybody else was moving in slow motion, And then the same weapons that were kicking his ass
Yeah.
a few minutes prior were literally breaking when it hit him. So I was asking you in the theater, how OP is Tom Holland Spider-Man now?
He's got to be the strongest one that we've probably ever seen. This
I think
probably
so.
is the strongest and the best version of a Spider-Man that we have seen.
And there was a lot of people saying, he's already actually the strongest Spider-Man that we've
Yeah.
seen. His feats were already pretty crazy. But after this, he's really Avenger level
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, and I really hope that we see him. It didn't say that he would return in Doomsday,
It just said he would return.
so it makes us think that he'll come back in Secret Wars somehow,
Mhm.
especially with what we saw at the end with the end credit scene. The dot and the tracker just in space
Yes,
out of nowhere,
which could mean
What
a
does that-
bunch of
what does
different
that
things.
even mean?
Yeah. I also really hope he comes back in Doomsday. I think that's one possibility is that he was, teleported by Doom
Yeah.
into that universe.
Yeah, and
Um,
also, I gotta say this, though. You got Yelena here as the leader of the new Avengers. You don't want Spider-Man on the new
Yeah.
Avengers?
Yeah,
He's
right.
just supposed to be friendly neighborhood Spider-Man?
He's easily the strongest one out of all of them.
I don't understand that part. That kind of, when I'm thinking about it now, it's kind of ticking me off, honestly.
Especially when she kept making this joke about you deal with small potatoes. We deal with very
Big.
very big potatoes, as in your problems are super small.
So,
time
I'm
and-
sorry, did you fight Thanos too?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
thank you.
Did any of you in the new Avengers
I've only
fight
saved
Thanos?
the universe.
Yeah, I've only been to space.
Yeah.
I've only fought Thanos with the Infinity Stones. I'm sorry.
You literally give me a break, man.
Yeah.
Literally Iron Man's prodigy over here.
Yeah. Also, I loved how I honestly do love how they didn't get back with MJ and Ned like immediately.
Yeah, I
Like
like that too.
obviously we wanted them to just like boom be
And it
back,
seemed like it for a second.
but no, that
Yeah,
was not the case.
but it was Gene using those mind tricks.
God, that was dirty, man.
And I really like. I feel like in a lot of other, things where we've seen Jean Grey, it doesn't lean as much into her telepathic ability so much
Mhm.
as her, being taken over by the Phoenix Force
Yeah,
and
just
everything.
overall like destruction power.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but I really like how, like she is the most powerful psychic, or
Yeah.
like telepath that we see.
Yeah.
Um,
She really is, and she displayed that.
Mhm.
She was holding on to Peter for God knows how long.
while he recovered in
while
the
he
hospital.
recovered. That
Yeah.
was awesome to see.
Insane. And she took over everybody in New York City within basically, like, what would they say, a kilometer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
which
expanded
was probably thousands of people.
that. Yeah.
Um,
Also, when the Punisher sniped her, or tried to snipe
Yeah.
her, I did like how it like Punisher thought he was saving the day.
yeah,
Like he really did.
yeah,
And I like how in some superhero movies that like sometimes we're all on the same wavelength, even though we sometimes don't have comms,
yeah,
or we just think that this is going to be the right thing to do, and it's going to save the day. And then the other character who hasn't been involved comes in and saves the day because
Yeah.
they had a hunch.
yeah,
You know, he thought he was actually like
yeah,
he was going to save Spider-Man because of what she was doing, like
and ends up
and
nearly
then
killing him.
nearly killing him.
Yeah,
And that is just a little bit more realistic.
I love that as well. That's a
And
super good call
I
out.
thought
Yeah,
this director really nailed this version of Spider-Man. You know, I felt like Tom Holland's Spider-Man was a little bit more kiddish
Yeah.
than usual, and maybe, and I don't want to say weak,
Mhm.
but just not as mature yet.
Yeah.
And, like he was a freshman in the first one, so like we get it.
Yeah,
But it felt like he has matured so much since the events of Endgame.
Yeah.
And then after the event of this, it's just
100%.
he's all the way there now.
I agree with that take, and I think it did a really good job of one. They kind of kept him grounded. Kept him down on earth,
Yeah.
but they also elevated his character at the same time.
Right.
Made him much more powerful while also keeping him, very human.
Right.
So I thought that was super duper sick.
I really thought
Um,
we were going to get some kind of introduction to the Osborns.
Yeah,
This movie, I thought maybe not Norman, maybe not all of Oscorp, but I think that is what Zendaya or MJ was talking
that
about.
job.
I think that application was to Oscorp.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do.
Oh, that would be so sick.
And I thought that we would see him in class,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe we'd run into a Gwen or we'd run into Harry.
Yeah, I thought that girl that was like, hey, we live on the same floor. That blonde girl. I thought that might be Gwen for just a second.
It could be.
It could be.
It could be. I mean, I thought we were going to get a lot of that, and honestly, I'm fine with not because
Yeah.
of the way they structured the movie. I thought they did a really great job.
Same.
Only things that I wouldn't give it an absolute 10 out of 10. Some CGI shots weren't the best
Yeah.
for me. I still think, like they did a lot of practical effects, which was I loved.
Yeah.
But some of the scenes, like I didn't really like the whole like when they would slow it down and have like almost a still shot of him like saving somebody at the beginning
Yeah.
of the movie. I didn't really care for those.
That did look very CGI.
Yeah,
A
and
lot
then
of
like
it.
the close up of Hulk, like he just looked goofy to
Yeah.
me. I'm glad that we saw Savage Hulk.
Me too.
We didn't see Doctor like Banner Hulk,
Mhm.
like or the mix in between. Like we saw that for a second, and then Jean unleashed him,
Yeah,
and that was sick.
it was awesome.
I was so glad that we saw him, even for a short period of time. But
So at the end, let's talk about the end credit
Mhm.
scene. You see the spider tracker,
yeah,
and it starts beeping
Mhm.
out in space, right?
Yeah,
And there's a bunch of different theories, of course, for what that could be. I hope it's him being transported, by Doom. So we see him in Doomsday. I really, really
He
hope
could
we
be
get that.
getting, transported to Battle World.
Yes.
Um, that's about what I think, or it could be an incoming Spider-Man.
Yes. 100%.
That is a great theory.
Because, like Ned already brought two Spider-Mans
Yep.
into their world from different universes. So it's definitely possible that, some sort of incursion has happened and
Yeah,
it's
and
a
that's
Spider-Man on
looks
another.
like that's what Doom is doing here
Yeah.
in Doomsday. This looks like that is what he's going to do, and it's very possible that could be the case.
I can't wait. It really feels like Marvel is so back right now.
It does.
Yeah.
And the next Marvel movie is Doomsday.
Yeah.
That is what we have to look forward to now.
And I mean, after watching the Spider-Man movie, I am so confident in them nailing this Doomsday movie.
I mean,
Just
the last three movies they've hit. They
yeah.
killed with Thunderbolts. They killed with Fantastic Four. Now with Spider-Man, they killed that.
Yep. And then the cast, that leaked for X-Men. What
Oh
a
my
cast.
God, yeah.
What a cast. I mean, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll get into that tomorrow.
With our Doomsday and full recap of Comic-Con video that we're gonna release.
Yep.
But I can't wait. It does feel like we're back.
Yeah.
It does feel like
I feel really good about the future for Marvel.
Because this had to hit, like, honestly.
Yeah, it did. It did. They were banking on this movie, but man, you can tell they put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
You can tell there was a lot of emotion put into it, and I think it showed that the Marvel fan base is as strong as ever. They have to deliver on their parts, and the fans will show up. If you put good movies in front of us, we will show up for it.
Yeah, especially the ones that already have this backstory, and this historical love of the character, like Spider-Man is.
Mm-hmm.
And to do a fourth one is pretty big because this is the first Spider-Man to ever get a fourth movie. Tobey was going to get a fourth movie back in the day.
It looks like we might be getting a fifth,
Looks like it because I think
I really hope we do.
it really set up that him and Ned are going to reconnect as best friends.
Yeah.
With the handshake, do you think that was muscle memory, or do you think it was the spell shutting down?
I think it was probably, some muscle memory at first, but I think it really did bring, Ned back to, like his memory back. Now, I think maybe the reason that this didn't work the same way with MJ is maybe because, it was some Doctor Strange magic that caused the memory loss in everybody forget Peter in the first place, and we've seen that Ned already displayed the ability to do that same type of magic. So
that's a good point.
Maybe he was less susceptible, or maybe since he has this type of magic, he can kind of get past it.
That's a good point.
Right.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, I'm really glad that we didn't get no Ned crazy fan theories coming true, like Ned being Hobgoblin, or Ned gonna be a sorcerer supreme, evil sorcerer, coming in and making all this havoc for him. And
I think his character is perfect as it is.
Yeah, he needs to be Ned. He needs to be the best friend. He needs to be the guy in the chair again.
Yeah.
And I hope that happens. And I love all three of them, MJ, Ned, and Peter. I love their chemistry. And literally just with him, with the mask on, just talking, you could feel their chemistry 100%. Reconnect. Even with the mask and the full suit on. We don't even see Tom Holland for half the movie, honestly.
When they're playing with Legos, it's just like, oh, the boys are back.
And I loved how when he went to the damage control center and when he would meet with the police, he would be in full suit, mask on, and he'd just walk into these buildings. And he'd just open the door and he'd start talking like you were in the video game.
Yes.
It's exactly how you walk in for a mission.
Because it almost feels silly, in video games sometimes. It's like, oh, I'm just walking around in the police station right now with my full suit on.
Yeah.
But, when they do it in the movie, it's like, oh,
and when
valid.
he meets Yelena in the bath, which
Yeah.
is crazy. I was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
But when he meets her, he comes out of the stall with his mask on
Yeah.
still, and I was just like, yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
It's exactly how it would go.
I loved it. One last thing that I wanted to talk about with Jean Grey,
Mhm.
when they're having that when she is talking to Aunt May, and after she's talking to Peter, still in this kind of like inside of Peter's head,
Yeah,
I got some big time romantic
I did
vibes
too.
between Peter and Jean,
Jean.
which I would love. I would love. Of course, her romantic partner has always been Cyclops,
Mm-hmm.
and with this new X-Men movie coming, I'm really curious to see how that would work, which I don't think they'll pursue a romantic relationship between Peter and Jean, but I got that vibe big time.
It
And
did. It did look like that.
personally, I'm here for it.
I'm so here for it
Right.
too. I mean, if MJ's not gonna work out, then
Yeah.
I mean, why not, Gene? But
And we saw with that blonde girl in his apartment, we saw him kind of do a double take
yeah,
on
he
her
was
for
like,
a
wait a
second.
second.
Yeah.
Maybe I should pursue. No, never mind.
Yeah. So
And it
he
reminds
could
us
be
of the
open.
girl in like Toby's Spider-Man, where like she's the dude who he rents from's daughter. He kind of has this kind of like flirting thing that goes on with
Oh
her.
yeah, 100%.
So that's what it.
I
That's
felt
what it
so
made me
bad
think
for her
of.
in the third Spider-Man whenever he's being mean to her as Venom.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
When you fix this damn door, and they're just like,
Yo.
something's wrong
I
with
baked
bro.
you cookies.
Something's wrong with bro. But also one more thing, we see Jean head north.
Yes, she's going upstate.
Where do we?
No, looks like she might be going to the school, man.
Looks like she's going to school. And
I cannot freaking wait.
I think it's just gonna set that up.
Oh,
Set X-Men up. Set Professor X up.
we're in good shape after this movie. I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's pointing us very much, in the right direction.
Yeah.
I think we're good to go for the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah.
But my final rating, I would say 9 out of 10. It would
Yep.
literally be a 10 out of 10. There's some little, there's some CGI there, like
Yeah.
you said.
Just a
That
little-
it's a little bit,
Yeah.
But it's, a big old superhero movie, so.
Yeah. It's my favorite Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think it's recency bias. I really.
I
think
don't
that
think
this
so
is my
either.
favorite Spider-Man movie, and I would give it a 9 out of
Mm.
10 as well.
Mm. Perfect.
So yeah, man.
Awesome. Anything
Anything-
else for you?
No, brother, I'm good.
Awesome. We will see you guys tomorrow. We are going to do a full Comic-Con breakdown, so please watch that. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you guys.